all wins are good wins. So we were really, pleased to come home with the victory. It was really the tale of two halves. The first half, I didn't think we played well at all defensively. We gave way too many yards rushing in the first half, missed a whole bunch of tackles. I think they had probably about 200 yards rushing. Came out in the second half, played much better, made some adjustments, and I think we held them I believe it was -1 yards rushing in the second half. But offensively, I thought we played much better. We're starting to gel, come together as a team, and our offensive line played really well and opened up some big holes for those running backs. And again, Pee Wee's growing and getting a little bit better day by day.
And Brian Mills tied a school record with those 3 interceptions. Can you just talk about his performance?
Yes. That young man right there has come a long way. When we first started camp, he wasn't even a starter and didn't start the first game. He had a decent week of practice, and we gave him opportunity, and he earned a starting position. And, he's really excelled from there. Coach Greenwood and Coach Edwards have done an outstanding job with, developing him. And, 3 interceptions, you can't say enough about it. And 2 of them being in the red zone to stop scores and keep points off the board were outstanding. That was huge. But for him to tie a record, with all the great DBs that we've had to come through here, that says a whole lot.
I heard he got a phone call.
Oh, yeah. Coach Jones over at Shaw, he was my college roommate. AJ and gave him a call and congratulated him on, on tying the record. And, that's one thing we do around here is we try to keep the former players involved and around the program. So whenever, the guys excel and do things like that, it's good when the old heads, come, reach out to them and send them a line and congratulate them.
You were a defensive back, right?
Still am.
Okay. So how did it make you feel, to see him have the 3 interceptions, as a former defensive back yourself, being that that's your position?
Yeah, it's hard to get an interception, much less 3 of them. And, the plays that he made on the ball, the way he attacked the ball at the highest point, it just showed his athletic ability. And, he's already 6'2". He, is extremely long. And, I was just proud to see, his development. And, as a defensive back myself, former DB, that's a huge accomplishment to get 3 interceptions in one game.
3 straight losses, now 2 straight wins. Just how's getting the program going? Get this team, is it heading in the right direction right now?
Definitely. And even when we had the 3 losses, I still felt as though we were heading in the right direction. And I think the team is gelling. We talk about culture around here and how we're going to do things and being good teammates and things of that nature. And last year, you see on film guys, make a play and celebrate on their own and by themselves. You see B. Mills get an interception and the whole defense, surrounds them and, they're celebrating together. After the 3rd one, I think half the team ran onto the field. And, we got to get that corrected. But it's just good to see guys, celebrate together and root for each other, cheer for each other. And it's not about them. It's about Central.
Is there one thing in particular, Coach, that's gotten you guys to this 2-game winning streak?
I believe that, we're practicing better. And we're paying attention to detail. And this week we cut back on the penalties, which helped us tremendously. And, we talk about the little things and being fundamentally sound. And, like I said, I always say it's just football. It's not hard, it's just run, tackle, catch the ball. But you have to focus on the situations and your assignment. And we're doing a better job with that. And obviously, you see the results.
Can you talk about the continued development of the freshman quarterback, Davius Richard?
Davius, Pee Wee. Every day you see him develop and grow as a young man, as a player as well. And this week, I can't say it enough. For him to step up in the pocket, look down the field, and hit guys that come open late is big. And then you see him step up in the pocket, look downfield, keep his eyes downfield, and then nothing's there, and he tucks it and runs for I think 62 yards. And it's just exciting to watch him play, and he's electrifying. And, like I said, he's an outstanding young man. I just can't say it enough. And the sky's the limit. But he still has a ways to go, but the sky's the limit for him.
Coach, you want to build a program, and you got a quarterback now, a freshman quarterback who apparently might be the one to carry the mantle. How big is it, as from a coach, to help your program, knowing the next couple of years maybe, we got something good going here, because quarterbacks that's a key position.
It is. And, we're hoping to get Micah back. And I think, Micah's a great quarterback as well. And, we have another quarterback that's sitting out there, Eddie Irby. He had a knee injury in camp, so he's out for the season. But Eddie is outstanding quarterback as well. As a matter of fact, he was higher on the depth chart than Pee Wee was. So, we have some guys that can play that position. And like I said, over camp, we're a talented bunch. We're just young. And, the guys are growing up, and, we're seeing them develop. And, we just hope to get better week by week.
What have you seen out of watching Florida A&M as you prepare for the Rattlers?
They're explosive. They're explosive. They're big up front. Their quarterback, he's by far the best quarterback in the conference. He does a great job as far as taking care of the football. He only had one interception this year. He's outstanding. He has a really strong arm, and they have a bunch of targets. They got some guys out there that can run. Number 84, the name slipped me. I'm sorry, but number 84, number 7, number 3. They got a bunch of guys out there that can flat out fly. So our defensive backs will have to prepare and get better this week, and we're going to play at the best of our ability this weekend.
Another road game. Are you
Right.
becoming a team that's road weary or road warriors?
We're just trying to play football. Like I said, the schedule's a schedule, and we're excited about going down there. I am. It's going to be a great environment. It's FAM's homecoming. I've had the opportunity to coach down there a couple times before, and it's an outstanding environment. And I'm sure they're going to be excited and jacked up and ready to play. And I can promise you we will too.
They got you for homecoming. Can you use that as a motivation for your players now? You know what they say about those homecoming games. You're expecting a win. I mean, can you use that as motivation for your players?
I don't really, believe in that too much, all that bulletin board material. I think it's how it was scheduled. I don't think they just said, we want to play those guys for homecoming. I don't know. We're going to play the game, and we're going to go down there and give them our best shot. But I hope they weren't circling us on the schedule on what they want us for homecoming.
This is a matchup of the top pass offense in the league against the top pass defense. Do you think that's going to get the secondary guys and even the entire defensive squad kind of amped up that much more?
Yeah, and I think we'll be focused because, for you to be the best or be considered the best, you have to beat the best. And we're going to go up against the best offense in the conference this weekend, especially the best passing attack. So our defensive backs have to be locked in. We have to keep the ball in front of us. We can't give up any cheap scores. And we have to tackle well. And, again, we just have to catch the bad ones.
You just speak on your defense for a second. You got the 3 interceptions, and you're turning the ball over. You're making turnovers and everything.
Right.
Just talk about how your defense is gelling right now.
Well, like I said, I didn't think we played well in the first half. But one thing I did like that we didn't let them in the red zone. They drove down to the 1-yard line and went for it on 4th and 1. We stopped them. And that's what it's about, scoring defense and not giving up points. But, we harped on improving our red zone defense, and they were 1 for 5 in the red zone as far as touchdowns were concerned. So we improved there tremendously. I think we started to improve our tackling. I wasn't pleased with that at all. But, the guys are playing together. They understand run fits and where they're supposed to be, and they're fit in the defense. And we have very few missed assignments. And that's a testament to our coaching staff, I believe. They've done a good job of preparing these young men, get them in position to make plays and executing.
Coach, there's no team in NCAA football that has more takeaways than North Carolina Central University, all divisions. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
It does. It'd make me feel a lot better if we score some points after those turnovers, though. We're turning people over, and guys are flying around and, punching the ball out. And like I said, the defensive backs are doing an outstanding job of playing the ball. So that's huge. That's huge when we can get the ball back to our offense. But, again, we have to do a better job of scoring after, our defense turns people over. But I'm very pleased with them. But, again, I think we can still get better.
Is that something, Coach, you emphasize in practice, trying to get those takeaways?
Yes, definitely. And, more so the defensive staff, that's what they get paid a whole lot of money for, is to preach that. But they, we do harp on that, and we talk about it a lot. And you'll see in practice that those guys are trying to rake the ball out, and it's not something that just happens on Saturday. They do it all week long, and they try to do it all week long, and the things that you harp on and things that you emphasize, those are the things that you hope to see improvement on Saturday.
Talk about wanting to run the ball and establish the ground game. This past weekend, you had almost 3 running backs rush for 100 yards. Talk about how that has developed throughout the season as well.
And that starts up front. The offensive line has done an outstanding job, and they're playing together as a unit. We have a couple guys banged up. We started a true freshman, Corey Bullock, at right tackle, and I thought he had an outstanding game. I really do. But they had some big holes out there, and I thought, like always, Totten did an outstanding job of running the ball. Then Freeman came in, and he ran hard. Then Mookie Collier came in. I think he had 2 touchdowns as well. So, we're really deep at that running back position, and, we still don't have Jamal out there, Elliott. So, hopefully we can get Jamal back soon, and that'll just make us that much more explosive.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.